Mini episode 1380 of the FDH Lounge is brought to you by Sportsology, delivering unconventional columns and webcasts about sports, TV, music, movies, and more. Follow them on the web at sportsology.com.
The FDH Lounge. You'll want to schedule your life around it.
A long time ago, on a gloomy, wet Cleveland spring night, two men stand alone amidst the late-night drizzle. Their voices echo across the vacant station parking lot as they debate the merits of the great American radio show that have been missing for far too long. On that night, an idea was born. That idea became the FDH Lounge. Welcome to the FDH Lounge.
Welcome to mini episode 1380 of the FDH Lounge. This is FDH Managing Partner Rick Morris here with our preview of Billions, episode 5.10. Here's the top 5 notes of interest for the third episode of the second half of the season. Number 5. Bobby broke up Tanner and Wendy without getting any more of his fingerprints on the situation. Before the mid-season hiatus, Bobby was jerking with Tanner in ways that made his jealousy relatively obvious, thus setting back the goal that he himself won't admit that he is pursuing, getting with Wendy himself. But here, just by stirring the pot subtly enough to let Tanner erupt and get Wendy to turn on him in the aftermath, the good doctor of X Capital is a free woman without Bobby appearing overtly to blame. The key is if Wendy will remember Bobby's previous, albeit unspoken, stance that no other man should have her and be on guard with him. Number 4. While Mike Prince was focused on moral absolution and destroying X, Scooter showed his own capabilities at screwing his enemies. Prince might have flinched from taking the small-time pizza guys hostage in the war with X Capital, but Scooter did not, and the ploy of waylaying the ships at sea almost worked. But Wags' resilience and counterpunching won the day. Yes, substantial money was spent, more than was justified to make money off of the pizza, but as always on this show, money is no object. Number 3. With Mike Prince, the truth lies somewhere in between. Last week we pronounced him just another phony scumbag after his virtuous billionaire act was shattered in the wake of the revelation that he screwed over his old addict business partner and basically drove him to death. But then we learned that Prince is neither a great man nor a complete phony, but someone trying, however imperfectly, to atone for how he made his fortune in the first place. He has now sold himself conveniently on the notion that taking down Bobby aligns with his atonement, and as such he's willing to unleash his ruthlessness for what he has told himself is the greater good. Number 2. Chuck Sr.'s new surrogate son Bobby comes through for him. As noted last week, we picked up on the hint, and hints are rarely subtle on this program, that Bobby was going to factor into the old man's new kidney. Lo and behold, the minute that the old man is deployed as a weapon against him, Axe saves the day. Interestingly, Chuck Jr. moved on quickly on a strategic level, but after admitting to Ira just how much he craves the old man's approval, his psyche will be even more damaged if the old man does what you'd expect, acts like a dick to his son, and gloats about how his archenemy saved the day. Number 1. Taylor is now well and truly part of the Bring Down Bobby coalition. After nursing the foolish and short-lived dream of taking down both Bobby and Chuck from within, Taylor retrenched at X Capital, truly trying to make it work. But now, feeling the cold hard steel of Bobby's ruthlessness and deception yet again, Chuck has gained a most powerful defector to his ranks. Just one episode after arguably riding higher than ever before, Axe will be dealing with an unprecedented alliance of enemies in Chuck, Prince, and Taylor. And yet, his ability to recover against incredible odds in a fight is legendary, but he doesn't yet know the array of powers lined up against him. Hopefully the writers draw this one out a bit and allow this big three to get some shots in before Bobby gets a chance to stem the tide. Thank you for joining us for this mini episode of the FDA